Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there? You are tuned in to Shoptalk Radio 2020, and I am the host, Joni. And today we're going to get right into it. I have a returning guest, Mr. Dedrick, here with me. He had came on before and was talking a little bit about he had just returned from out of prison into the real world. And today he wants to talk about his transitioning out into society. Dedrick, go ahead and introduce yourself.
How you doing? Again, my name is Mr. Dedrick Ferguson. Okay. I also have my beautiful wife on the line. She's not on the audio, video though. She's at work, but
yes, Doris is here also. She is going to weigh in on the topics that he wants to discuss. So, Mr. Dedrick. So you finished introducing yourself?
Yes, I thought she was going to introduce.
Okay. All right. So what Dedrick wants to talk about is how the transitioning part from being home into society, and how hard has it been? Has it been a hard transition for you, Dedrick?
It has its ups and downs. It's not rocky smooth. It's not smooth at all.
Where you at?
Hello?
Go ahead. I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's not smooth. It's a very delicate situation, especially when you're dealing with the psychological part of being in society. You know, like with mental health and you know what I'm saying, trying to get a job and. You know, people. It's different things that affect you.
So, have you found that finding a job? What is holding you back, or what do you feel like is holding you back from the resources of getting a job?
The thing is, I qualify for a whole lot of jobs, but once they see on the application that I had been to prison. It's like the whole perception changes from that interviewer or that place. I mean, you know, it's like I already have the job until they notice that you've been to prison. And that's a problem. That's a real problem. Now, you can always go get the low-end jobs. They'll always hire you. Or that hard labor job. But a job where I can basically use my mind, it's hard to get once they find out you're in prison.
Have you been to like different resources, someone out reaches and stuff like that who will hire you? Like maybe private companies or community type companies, something like that?
Yeah, of course. And even with some of them, again, once they see you have done prison time, it's like, going to prison in the state of Florida, or maybe the United States, I don't know how you want to say it, it's like a capital offense. You know, you're going to be punished, and punished. But, you know, just for maybe making an accident or a mistake in life, and it's going to cost you dearly.
So you feel like the system holds you accountable even after you have done your time?
Exactly.
Now, you still feel like you're being punished after the fact. You did your time. You're out in society. So now you have to live a regular, normal life, and you feel like you're still being stopped.
Of course. You know, and I don't think it's fair because, you know, they always say you must pay your debt to society. Well, I paid my debt, but I'm still paying it, even though I paid it. I mean, and it's something that really needs to be addressed because that starts to mess with you mentally. Now, I'm fortunate enough now to also be able to, of course, do paralegal work for attorneys. But when that slows down, I still have to pay a light bill. You know what I mean? I still have to buy food, you know, gas in the car. You know, that's not a consistent income.
Right.
So I need a job. Yes.
Well, every little bit helps. You got to start from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? You know. So what does it do? What does it do? Like you said in the beginning, what does it do to your mental, like as far as your family and support? Do you have that support system?
Oh yeah, I say I'm very fortunate. Again, like my wife is my best friend here. Is she on the line?
Yes, hello? I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, you okay.
She's there, but she didn't. She don't have her face on.
Oh, okay, all right. She's audio. She's on audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is my biggest supporter, and I can say the most patient person in the world. She's very patient. Yeah, and she can probably explain to you a lot of the things that we go through.
Well, Doris, do you want to chime in on, because your husband is crying out? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He needs the help. He wants a job. So what do you bring to the table as far as that?
Can speak upon that, because a lot of the people that have did time in prison, once they get out, if they don't have the support system, they will wind up going back. So there needs to be some changes in the laws with initiating some programs out here to get them like a stepping system, like a 10-step system, that just like if you were on alcohol and they had this program for you, like a 10-step program that you had to do in order for you to get yourself back into society, to make sure that you're able to take care of your own self. But they don't have a lot that's out there for inmates or prisoners. That's once they come home, they don't have a lot of things out there for them, and that's what they need to get.
And that's really a shame, actually, because I'm surprised that it's still the same way, where you come home and you're still labeled, or you're still being labeled. You know what I mean?
That's correct.
All right, so you have looked at all the resources that there are? You mean to tell me there's nothing out there like that?
There's nothing out there. Once you put on the application that you've been to prison, and they do a background check, as soon as that word felony come up, that's a wrap. And those things that needs to be changed, I don't think it's nothing that can be changed locally. I think it needs to be changed through the legislation, through the state, the government. All of it needs to be revamped. Yeah. Because it's not a fit for them. Once you get your slate should be wiped clean, and you should be able to go out and be able to get the same treatment as any other citizen of the United States get to apply for different jobs that's out there.
I agree. I really agree. And like I had mentioned to you, Dedra, before, I want you to get in contact with the guy I told you about, Jail to Jobs, or is it Jail for Jobs? We're going to do that. We're going to get you in contact with him and see what kind of programs or what he's doing, because he's doing the same thing for prisoners who come out of jail into society, and he's changing things, and that's up in Texas.
Right. I see, and that's another thing, because and that's what I remember from the last show. I told you that's what we were interested in doing is getting some kind of a facility, maybe a apartment where we can help guys transition into society.
So maybe that is for you guys is maybe nonprofit to start generating something that a jail for jobs. Maybe you be the counselor, you be the one, and you generate that funds, and that be your income. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a way you can start what he's doing in Texas, in Miami.
Okay, all right.
But Doris, it sounds like you are there for him as far as like You want to dig deeper, Dedrick, right quick before she has to go, on the mental side of it and how does it affect you guys, or if any?
Yeah, I mean, every relationship, marriage or whatever, you're always going to have your ups and downs, but you rather have more ups than downs, and dealing with the mental stress of I guess being told what to do, what time to go to bed, what you can eat, you know what I'm saying? It messes with you mentally. So when it's seen, so when people talk to you, you have to really, I guess, pay attention, because sometimes we may think, oh, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a free man now. You understand?
Right.
In that situation, or you may like your better half may say something, and then you might look always for the bad part of the sentence instead of listening to the whole sentence, because you're so used to being, ridiculed,
controlled in a controlled setting. Right. So now that you're not in that controlled setting, and then you have your wifey there with you in support system, are you using the things that she's trying to? Well, Doris, are you guys helping one another? Are you helping him when he has that feeling? Because it seems like he gets anxiety a little bit.
Exactly, and that's the thing that a lot of people, once they get out of prison, I believe each and every last one of them should have to go into some type of program for therapy to talk about. Yeah, because that does plays an effect on them inside of there, because it's like you're controlled to do everything the way that they want it done.
Right,
and so
I agree with
you
that.
You need to be able to connect with society once you get out,
Right.
And sometimes their expression comes across as anger or
right, the wrong way.
The wrong way, and they misinterpret it. So you kind of redirect.
Right.
So
it's like a retraining of the brain out into society.
Exactly. So they all need to be have to go to therapy to transition out. I think that would need to be one of the steps.
Most important
program.
Yeah. So Dedrick, you're not in therapy, no kind of therapy since you've been home?
Well, I have a therapist that I can call, but now that I finally got this kind of coverage here, and it's a part of my insurance, so now I'll be going on a more regular basis. Okay. So since I've been up with this one therapist.
Okay, so you have had someone you can reach out to.
Yes, and I talked to her but I think it needs to be more formal, because that's only by phone.
So what about like Zoom, like online, face to face?
Either online or group setting would be a good idea for it.
Yeah. Instead of on the phone, like at least you could see the person, because that's what he used to.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Oh, well, you know what? Go ahead, Doris.
I'm gonna have to leave you guys as my time is up, and it was a pleasure with being on this show and being able to talk about what the inmates and prisoners need to get back out in society. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, Doris. I appreciate you. And until next time, we come back and revisit this, and we're gonna do some work.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Doris.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right.
Dedrick,
See you later.
don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
All right.
Well, Dedrick, we're gonna definitely do that. As far as I'm gonna do that like right now. I'm gonna get his name is Sean, and I'm gonna get with him, Sean Oliver. You can actually reach out. Sean Oliver, and he's on Instagram, SEAN. I told him about you and everything. So I think now you need to connect.
Okay.
Yeah, because So I'm gonna reach out to him when we get off. Is there anything else? I was gonna ask you, do you feel confident? Do you feel confident as a Black man in this society? Because when you were in prison, that's a whole nother society.
Exactly.
So now coming out and you're out into the free world in this society and what you have seen thus far since you've been out, do you feel confident as a Black man that you can succeed? So to tell the people, because especially the young people, they need to hear this, because this is some serious stuff about going to jail and prison.
Right. I'm gonna have to answer that as a depends on where you're located. I'm gonna say it like that. You know, because the part of the country that I am, as a Black man that don't speak any foreign language, it's kind of tough. Because every job requires that you speak Spanish. You understand? That's just the part of the country that I am. You know, I'm in Miami.
Right.
If you were in Atlanta, you know, Charlotte,
or somewhere else, right.
I mean, so you can probably, as long as they don't punish you, continue to punish you for doing your time as a Black man, I think you can really succeed. And again, I have to remind you, I'm fortunate enough to work. I've actually worked for 4 different attorneys, but like I say, it's not a consistent income.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No time. So you know, I mean, when I'm with them, it's like I just got off work and came straight here. When I'm with them, I feel confident. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, but you know what? That's what you need. That right there, that is going to keep you grounded. You know what I'm saying? As far as the work ethic, and it's a shame that Miami has turned into what it turned into. I mean, you mean to tell me you got to speak Spanish? I mean, it's a bilingual thing now. Like, oh my goodness! And I blame the people. The people.
Yeah, that's
because we let it happen. That's what.
I'm gonna give you an example of that. I went downtown Miami and was trying to get some information because I've been going for a while to catch the right train or people mover, you know, to get to where my destination was. And 3 different people told me I don't speak no English, but they're working.
Oh wow! And that's the crazy part. How is that? You see what I'm saying? And you say that again. That's crazy. So they don't have to speak English. They don't have to speak English to get the job, but the English-speaking man have to speak Spanish to get the job. That oh boy, that's upsetting. That's upsetting. That it's frustrating. It is frustrating, but
and that
say it again.
It will frustrate. I say it will frustrate you because I was very frustrated. I was like, well, what are you doing here? And I almost got upset. Like, you know what I said? Let me just keep on going to the next person.
Right. Yeah.
It's just frustrating. I mean, you know, this is America.
This is you took the words right out my mouth. This is America, and young people, this is what we are. And you just heard it from a man who has done time. He's out in society. He has problems getting a job. They still punishing him. He's labeled all these things, and you guys are running to the jailhouse.
Don't understand it.
No, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a little bit upsetting. I gotta calm down right now because I got a little hot. Because the thing about it is that we are so-called the Americans in United States, right? But then you have the foreigners that come over and they give them the benefits and the resources and the jobs and the this and the loans, and what happened to the opportunity, the same opportunity for the citizens of America?
Exactly. And specifically in my situation, somebody who's starting all over again. Because you have to remember, when I came home with nothing. So you starting all the way from the ground up. You know, and I said, again, I was fortunate enough to have, you know, my wife You know what I'm saying? To help me. Man, I mean, you know, every man wants to stand on his own feet. You understand? Every man want to be the head of his own household.
Right,
you understand?
Right.
You don't want to be the way I was raised. I can't speak for every man, but that's just the way I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be the breadwinner of the household. And that's another psychological mental thing that plays on you. Like, how could I succeed if you're gonna keep beating me down?
Right. Don't let the system beat you down. That's what the system do to the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad. This is a prime example, people. I'm so glad that you came on and you did this, because it's so sad that in our society that our people are still, we free? Juneteenth was just a couple of days ago, right? We need to re-educate ourselves about that, because I don't think freedom does not go for everyone. Freedom stops at a certain race of people, because we have so many blocks that stop us from continuing on.
Exactly.
You know, it's
this. You understand?
What did you say?
I say those blocks block us from really having that success. So that's why we have to like sit down and network with one another.
And network with one another. Exactly. Yeah. And I want to say, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to say, I'm not saying everyone that comes out of prison deserves a second chance and not to be looked at and shunned. It all depends on what you do and what you know. Everybody can get a second chance. You even have people who have killed someone and got out of jail and able to walk free and do in society as they please. So why is it not the person who is trying hard, who is reformed, who has did their time, still? It's different. It's crazy.
Right. And to add to that, you know, as long as you, in my opinion, you coming home and trying to live for the better, instead of going back down the same road that sent you to the prison, then I think that man there or that woman should be given a second chance.
A second chance.
Or third chance if it's necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But guess what, Dedrick? Right. That has happened to a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, and some people don't get it on the first time. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times for some people, and then they finally get it. Right. But my thing is, when they get it, don't push them any further.
Give them a chance.
Give them a chance to show you how they got it.
Right. To be a leader. You can be that leader for the upcoming and the other people who are having a hard time, and that's what I hear you saying.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so
and I can't wait with your guy there, and maybe we can really start something special. You know, maybe we can really start something special. We can start a whole network. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a whole network. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about us communicating with each other, giving that idea. It's all about an idea.
Yeah.
You know? And you put your idea. You know what I'm saying? Never know what may happen.
Yeah, never know, and you never know who may see this, Dedrick. You never know who may reach out to you, you know, to offer you a job. You never know. So give your job interview right now and say to the people what kind of job and what you're looking for and who you are in that realm, so they can give you a chance. You never know.
Right. Well.
You got 3 minutes.
Specifically, I can do anything. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be choosy of what it is. Just tell them to reach out to me.
Okay.
That's how I can do that.
All right. And how would they reach out to you?
I'll be happy for anything that's paying a decent wage. I'm gonna put it like that.
And how would they reach out to you? What's the best way for them to reach out to you? You want to give your phone number?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't mind. 764-4 786-4083.
Say it again.
786-764-4083.
Okay, and there you go, guys. That's Dedrick. He's coming on here, and I feel his passion. He is passionate, and he wants it. He is a black man that wants it, and he wants to do things in the rest of his life. That he's been given that second chance out in this society that has changed tremendously for him to, do it all over again. So, Dedrick, we're gonna connect. I'm gonna do what I have to do on my end with that resource and get that resource in contact with you. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, just to be clear, when I say I can do anything, even if I don't know how to do it, I learn how to do it fast enough before they fire me.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
We get it. And guys, do not forget to tune in. Guys, this show was great. I thank you, Dedrick, for coming on, and Doris for coming on. You guys can make it. I believe in marriage. You guys can do it as long as you guys communicate each other and you go to her if you need help with anything mentally, whatever it is, and she does the same thing for you in support. Again, guys, you are tuned in to Shoptalk Radio 2020. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment on this video. We said a lot of stuff here that's very important and pertinent for everybody. So again, until next time, thank you for tuning in to Shoptalk Radio. Peace out.
All right, thank you.